Hello students, hope you are doing well. So today we will discuss about anonymous classes in Java. Okay. So before discussing anonymous class, first we will see the implementation of an interface, that how an interface is created and is implemented, and then we will see the variation of this interface with the help of the anonymous class. Okay, so anonymous class in Java is basically an inner class. Okay, it is an inner class without any name, so that's why its name is anonymous, without any name. And we can create a single object for an anonymous class. Only a single object for anonymous class can be created. Okay, so the anonymous can be any interface. Okay, it can be any abstract class or any concrete class. So anonymous inner class, okay, is basically used in a GUI programming also. Okay, for example, if you want to write, okay, the definition of some listeners, okay, if you want to implement the listeners, okay, so we will use the inner anonymous classes. Okay, so in this particular type of scenario, okay, where we have to use the implementation details for the listener interface, so we use the inner classes. They are very useful in graphic user interface programming. So let's now create a program. Okay, so I am just creating a program for an interface. So what I'll do, I'll just create an interface. Okay, for example, this is, let us suppose, A. Okay, and inside this interface, okay, I will write a method void show. So the implementation of this method is not known to us, okay, because the interface contains the methods that are not implemented. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to override this show method, okay, in order to implement this interface. So what we will do, we will just create a class, okay, that will be responsible in implementing this particular method of the interface. So I will create a class, okay, B, for example, okay, that implements what? A. Okay, so this B is now capable of implementing A. The spelling is wrong. This is MENTS. Okay, now it's correct. So now what we are doing, we are creating a class B that is responsible for implementing A. It means that is responsible for implementing this method. Okay, this method whose definition is not known to us. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll override this method. So we'll just write public void, okay, show, and inside this we'll just write a statement interface method is implemented. Okay, this is now implemented. Now what we have to do, we have to create an object. Okay, so if we want to access this particular method, that is this void show method, so we have to create an object. So what if I'll just create, okay, if I just write a ob is equal to new a. So what does it mean? It means that I am trying to instantiate an interface. Okay, but as per the definition of the interface, an interface cannot be instantiated. Okay, we cannot instantiate an interface, we cannot create an object for an interface. So that's why it is showing an error. Okay, it says that cannot instantiate the type A, because this A is an interface. Okay, so what we can do, we can create the reference to this interface. Okay, so what we will do, we will just write new and B. It means we have just, okay, created a reference for the interface A, which is capable of referring the object of class B. So here what we have created, we have instantiated, okay, class B. So we have created an object of class B, and the reference of this interface A is pointing to this object of class B. So now we can just access this particular method, okay, with the help of this object. Okay, so we are in a position to access this method with the help of this particular method, but it says that syntax error on token show identifier expected. Okay, so there is some error because we haven't closed this class. Okay, so let's try to resolve this. Okay, there is no main here. Okay, so we have to write the main. So we'll write main and we just write this definition. Okay, so this we have to create inside main. That's why it is not recognizing. Okay, it's not recognizing that the object. Okay, so now let's try to run this and see what is the output. Okay, so this is a basic, okay, this is a basic concept for an interface, that we cannot instantiate an interface and we have to override. Okay, so this method is overridden. Okay, so this is overridden now, so we have to override the unimplemented methods of the interface in a class in which we will just use that particular definition. So if we try to run this, okay, let's see what is the output of this code. Let's try to run this, and the output is interface method is implemented. So it has successfully, okay, printed the definition that we have overridden. Okay, and it has printed the statement that we have written. So in this way we can just create an interface, okay, and we have to create a class that is required to implement the unimplemented methods of the interface. Now what we have to do, we have to replace this particular thing, we have to do some variations, okay, and we have to just understand that what exactly is the inner class and how it can be implemented here. Okay, so the anonymous inner class, okay, is a class that has no name. Okay, so what I will do, okay, I'll just create, okay, for example, if I just create, let us suppose ob is equal to new a. Okay, so most of you might be thinking that what we are creating, we are just instantiating an interface. That is not possible, but we are not instantiating, okay, we are not instantiating an interface, rather we are creating an anonymous class. Okay, so just watch it. Okay, so we are just creating braces. Okay, so it is, we are creating a block. Okay, so we are not just writing a semicolon here. Okay, because if you write a semicolon, then it will be like we are creating an object. So what we are doing, we are just, okay, we are enclosing this particular statement. Okay, we are just creating this as a statement and enclosing this, okay, giving it a body. And what we'll do, we'll just write this particular method. Okay, I just make this method, okay, copy this and I just paste this method here. Okay, so this method I have written inside a class. Okay, so this class has no name. Okay, so here I have created a class, so this particular statement is not required now. Okay, so this is not required. Okay, what we have done, we have just replaced this statement, okay, with a statement in which, okay, we have created, okay, an anonymous class, okay, by implementing the unimplemented method of the interface. Okay, so here you can see there is no name of a class, we haven't written class something implement something. Okay, but it is considered as an anonymous class because it has no name and we are just implementing the method inside its body. Okay, so this is an inner class. So this is an anonymous, okay, inner class. So this is an anonymous inner class. So this a can be, okay, this a can be an interface. Okay, it can be an interface, it can be an abstract class, or it can be a concrete class. Okay, so it can be replaced by an interface, as in our example, it can be replaced by an abstract class or a concrete class. Okay, and this anonymous inner class, okay, is also considered as an argument. Okay, it can also be taken as an argument, okay, for a constructor, okay, of any listener. Okay, so when we are doing okay, the graphic user interface programming. So this particular anonymous inner class, okay, can be used, okay, as a constructor argument in the graphic user interface applications like AWT and swings, okay, that we have done in the event handling tasks. Okay, so what we will do now, okay, we will just remove this, okay, and where this, okay, you have to just locate the position that this is the starting brace, okay, and this is the ending brace. So after the ending brace you have to put a semicolon, okay. So it means now this is a class, okay, this you have created a class that is an anonymous class, and inside the class you have overridden this method, you have implemented the method of the interface, okay. So this class is not having any name, okay, but an object will be returned, okay, an object will be returned that will be referenced by this reference variable of type interface, okay. So whatever the class, okay, whatever the class is being, okay, is being used by this interface, okay, whatever the class that is being used by this interface, the object of this particular class, okay, the object of that particular class will be returned as a reference to the reference of this interface reference, okay. So this interface reference will point to the class, okay, that is implementing it, okay. So now here we don't know which class is implementing it because it is an anonymous class, this class is having no name, okay. So if you try to run this, okay, so at certain point of time it is like we have instantiated, okay, an interface, it's like we have instantiated an interface, but we are not instantiating an interface, rather we are writing an statement, we are creating an anonymous class by putting this inside a bracket, okay. Inside a bracket we have just, okay, we have just written the overridden method of the interface, okay, that we have just overridden here. So let's try to run this and see what is the output. So the output is interface method is implemented, okay. So the same output is reflected here also, okay. So this interface, okay, so this anonymous class is very important, okay. It is always an inner class, okay, it is always an inner class, and this anonymous class is used, okay, basically in graphical user interface for the listeners, okay. We will just pass this anonymous class as an argument to the listeners, okay. This anonymous class has some properties also, okay. The properties are that it is different from the normal classes, okay. As we know that a normal class can implement any number of methods, okay, any number of interfaces, okay. A normal class can implement any number of interfaces, but the anonymous class, the anonymous inner class, can implement only a single interface at a time, okay. It can implement only a single interface at a time, okay. This anonymous class cannot be reused, okay. We cannot reuse it again and again, okay. This anonymous class, we cannot create a constructor for this anonymous class, okay. Like for a normal class or for a regular class we can create the constructor because we know what is the name of that class, okay. A regular class is having some name, but anonymous class is not having any name, that's why it is anonymous. So if it is not having any name, so how can we create a constructor to such class? So we can't create a constructor to the anonymous inner class, okay. And regular class or a normal class can extend, okay, any number of, okay, classes, okay. It can extend a class and implement any number of interfaces, you can say, okay. We can, okay, we can create a normal class that can extend a class and implement any number of interfaces, but there is some restriction to the anonymous inner class. An anonymous inner class can extend only a class or can implement an interface at a time, okay. It cannot do both things simultaneously, either it can extend the class or it can implement an interface, okay. But both the processes, both the tasks cannot be done simultaneously, okay. So there are some restrictions also to this anonymous inner class, okay. Thanks.